Hi everyone, I'm Kristen. Welcome to Pop Culture Prayers, where we do some prayers for pop culture. Today we're going to talk about some TikToks and a family on TikTok that has gained quite a bit of attention in a way that makes me want to say a prayer. The commentary that I have today is not about the original family. I don't really care much about what they're doing or what their personal life is or really much about them at all. I am very interested in the people who are interested in this family. So there's also a lot of like social class issues here. This is an example of what's in the air. This isn't about the people. It's not about the mouthpiece through which these messages are coming through. It's not about mostly women. It's not about them. I'm noticing a thing in the air and I think it's worth paying attention to. Let's gather around the fire. Thanks for joining. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to the resilient Jenkins family and their Amazon wood.
They have 7 kids now and an elephant. That's too much. That's actually, I draw the line.
If you bought this comic, you'll see that they started, and I discussed that they're adding everything that people are buying on their Amazon wish list to their page and sharing that in some videos.
That sounds amazing. Like a fun little, instead of doing thank you cards, you're like trying to do influencing. That's really fun. I love that.
Is that they shared that I personally found a little odd was some men's socks for the dad. Now, you may be wondering, well, why is that odd? Well, personally, I'm not one who's going to say that adults don't deserve.
I think I have those socks. I got them at Costco. I wear them sometimes. They're pretty good. Sock twins.
However, if people are purchasing things for their children, that should open up funds for those children. Therefore, they should be able to purchase these items for themselves. But
I have a really hard time buying myself socks. Like, you just kind of wear socks for a long time. But if someone else buys you socks, like for Christmas or because there are friendly people on the internet, like it's a lot easier to have socks, but like it's about to be winter and people need socks so bad. Like if you have the funds cleared up somewhere because someone has given something to you, I really strongly please go buy socks and then drop them off at your local homeless shelter, especially men's socks. Like it's cold in so much of the world very soon. Like it's very serious. Like socks are incredibly necessary items for like working safely, for keeping your feet warm during the winter, for like not injuring your feet. Like socks are very important and people need them. Let's see what she has to say about socks.
furthermore, as an adult grown woman, I feel uncomfortable taking money and gifts from really anyone for my children, let alone myself. So here is dad wearing his Puma socks. And I have a burning question for everyone else out there.
This is very silly. Oh my gosh. You like really see doing Christmassy stuff and then you're like really true criming his sock choice. There's just a picture. Boo. Okay. I'm still grateful. That's the Grinch in a Santa Claus outfit. And it's a very silly. He's like, oh, Christmas makes me very grumpy. I'm the Grinch.
There. Do you not really see that this is odd behavior? Do you not see this as odd? Like, as an adult who should be out there working, should be out there making money for your family. And sure, if you fall on tough times, that's understandable. You have people who are wanting to help you, wanting to help your household, wanting to help your family. Do you not see items being purchased for the
Okay, let's find that Scrooge. So this one's the Scrooge. Oh, aren't these like working like gifts? I can't afford to make idle people merry. That's Scrooge. Very good. Very good. You should be working. You should be working.
Just for the adults as strange. As an adult, would you feel comfortable wearing something that a random stranger just gifted you because you're not out there working to provide for
Been given.
socks for yourself? I'm having such a difficult time understanding it.
That's what charity is. Like, that's if you are in need, you should accept help. If you can help, you should help. Like, that's how the world goes round. There's no reasoning with people who like don't understand the concept of charity. I, hold on. I've got a book. You guys have to check it out. It's hold on. I'm gonna find it. It really covers all of this stuff.
Socks for yourself? I'm having such a difficult time understanding it. But again, let's take that out of the equation. If people are buying things for these children, that should open doors for these parents to buy the necessities that they need, right? But to conclude, and not to be a hater, this
Not to be a hater, but when you're poor, you're just like poor in a way that you don't seem to understand at all, which is fine. Like, that's really good. I really hope that you never, ever, ever understand what it's like or what it means to like really pick and choose which bills you're going to pay. And you just wind up, some stuff is just, it's just not going to get paid. Just is lower on the priority list. And you have all this maintenance stuff, and it's like whenever things get better, I can do the thing that like maintains whatever the thing is, but things don't get better, and then that thing breaks, and then it costs more money, and then like you're trying to preemptively do your maintenance stuff all the time, but like you just can't actually work your way out of poverty in this like magical way where you think that someone's gifted you a pillow, therefore there's extra money somewhere to like buy socks. No, there's extra money somewhere to like keep everything going. Like this magical world where you just have like a bucket of like a positive income of money when you're poor is not true. You just have like nothing. It's a bucket of nothingness all the time. I'm so sorry, Kirsten. But you don't have cholera and you're okay and you think you're lucky stars that you live under the stars every single day and you're grateful just like this family says that they are. So like here's the book. I found it. It's called, hold on, I'm gonna find the title of it. Study Bible. So the Bible. There's like a bunch of different stuff in here, like little stories and like a whole deity, other deities, and like people about groups and histories and poetry and like prophecies and like I don't know. It's got a lot of stuff in it, but like a lot of themes of like charity and like human charity and like Christian charity. So like this book actually like people kind of took it and ran with it in a lot of different directions, but a lot of them like do charity in various ways. And like if someone gives you charity and you need something, like you should take it. Like you should be in the practice of doing that, being a part of that cycle, because whenever you're like stepping into it for the first time, if you've not been a part of it before, like it's like a lot more if you're doing it for the first time because you have to. So like maybe figure it out now. I don't know. Just advice. We're all just giving unsolicited advice on the internet. So I am too. Thank you. Check.
a hater. This dad is getting more help and child support from random strangers on the internet who are providing him with socks, necessities, car detailing, hairbrushes, whatever it may be, than he's giving his own child that he had in a previous relationship. Imagine taking random strangers' money and being like, yeah, I'm deserving of this, but then all the while not thinking your child is worth the.
Isn't it crazy that the meanest thing we could do to this girl would be to like send her a gift card or like send her a Christmas present and be like, I'm a random stranger on the internet. Merry Christmas. Pranked ya. Holiday spirit. Hold on. Wait a second. It's Tiny Tim. Oh, I really thought these were gifts. Why aren't they working? It's Tiny Tim.
Content creating Von style. No bed frames and pieces of foam for the kids, but still has pecs. And can't even care for them properly either. I dream of a big kitchen to cooking.
Oh my god, did my judgmental mom make this?
So I have more room to serve my husband up first, and the kids can queue behind. Can't afford proper dressers for the 6 children, but decides to have a 7 yellow pillows for the babies to lay their heads on, but me and hubby must have the comfy king bed so I can lay on my back and make more babies. Can't afford a decent stroller for the baby, but guess the new baby will have to make do with this also. Can't afford new toys for my son because the husband is working himself to the bone working DoorDash.
This is so mean, you guys. First of all, I own some of those things, and that's really mean. Like, you're making everybody feel bad. And I know that's the point, is like, I don't have it, so I'm being better than you, and I'm just to make myself feel better than other people because I'm insecure about stuff. Like, go off, but like, man, that hurts. That was creative.
When your husband worked extra hours to buy the unicorn shoes your baby girl had asked for. So to us, the viewers seeing this, you would think this motherfucker put in them extra hours to get the baby girl the unicorn shoes. They've been putting videos up of like the items that they have received from the people that from the Amazon wish list. Damn, unicorn shoes was bought by somebody from the Amazon wish list. It will be they put in.
Look what you guys did for this mom. Look what you guys have done for this mom. For those who saw my first post, you know, when we started pushing for Bootstrap Becky, she had just over 7,000 followers. And look what you guys have done in the weekend. Look what you've done in the weekend. 21.8 thousand followers, still growing, and she's officially in the creator fund, guys. She's earned.
This is a faceless account, and this is just my theory based on nothing, but I think it belongs to this girl who's promoting it. Might not be. That's just me. That's just the theory I have. She's a writer. People do stuff all the time. I don't know. It's a faceless account.
Earning for these videos. She's now earning for the views that you give her. And let me just tell you something else about Bootstrap Becky, okay? I've actually been in contact with Bootstrap Becky over the last couple of days. And when I tell you that she is one of the most kind, caring, genuine people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, especially on one of these apps, I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like, Bootstrap, it sounds made up. It sounds made up.
Content.
This is where parents become. Okay, so this whole. I'm really concerned about the rise of the 4B movement here in America.
I think bullies are very insecure. They want to feel in power, and they're actually powerless. And so they create scenarios to have power over other people, to feel like they're in control. You know, they're very insecure. I think we've all bullied at some time. I think we've all are at fault of it because we want to feel a sense of control or power or certainty.
Never be bullied by somebody who is doing well, right?
Let's talk about the resilient Jenkins thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Jenkins family is a family vlogging family that posts content about their living situation. They have 6 people, soon to be 7. She's pregnant with a child right now, living in a 1-bedroom apartment. The 4 kids sleep in the living room, the 2 parents in the bedroom. I assume the baby will sleep in the bedroom. And there's a lot of people talking about like the living situation, the wealth situation. But to me, this entire thing centers around the choice of having those kids.
I know where they live. There's easy places to get free birth control. I understand that birth control does not work for everyone. I understand all of these things, but that does not give you the right as a person who is able to have children to just continually keep bringing children into the world, into a situation that you can.
Oh my God. You do have the right to have children, no matter what. Oh my God. Yes. Everyone has, yes. 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 You have the right to have children. There's no price tag on that. That's bad. What you're saying is bad. It leads down a really bad road. Let me find the paper to that. Found it. Bad. Hey, Kirsten, guess what? What she's saying is bad. Okay. This is from 1916. Where altruism, philanthropy, and sentimentalism intervene with the noblest purpose and forbid nature to penalize the unfortunate victims of reckless breeding, the multiplication of inferior types is encouraged and fostered. Efforts to indiscriminately preserve babies among the lower classes often result in serious injury to the race. Mistaken regard for what is believed to be divine laws, a sentimental belief in the sanctity of human life tend to prevent both the elimination of defective infants and the sterilization of such adults as they are themselves of no value to the community. The laws of nature require the obliteration of the unfit and human life is only valuable when it is of use to the community or race. A rigid system of selection through the elimination of those who are weak or unfit, or in other words, social failures, would solve the whole question in 100 years, as well as enable us to get rid of the undesirables who crowd our jails, hospitals, and insane asylums. The individual himself can be nourished, educated, and protected in the community during his lifetime, but the state, through sterilization, must see to it that his line stops with him, or else future generations will be cursed with the ever-increasing load of victims of misguided sentimentalism. That's what you just said. Just fly.
Get your head above water in. And the more that I interact with any of their content, it's all about them, right? And not the kids. They're talking about their journey. They're talking about what they want for their family and themselves. And I think it's so important to remember that when you make the choice to become a parent, that is about you and your personal choice. But once you have those kids, all of the choices are for them. It's not about what you want or what you envisioned for yourself or what makes you happy anymore. It's about the kid. And it starts at the first of them. You don't say okay, I want 4 kids and I'll start thinking about their needs after I have those 4 kids. It starts the second that you have that first child. So to continually keep coming back to that situation and going, we should add more children to this, only bumps the needs of those first few children further down the totem pole. And certainly money and living situation and all of that is not everything. But to continually bring children into a situation that is unsustainable, there is no growth plan here. There is no, this is what we're doing right now, and we are doing this to get out of it. What they're doing is posting all of this on the internet and potentially making money from views of that, which is an entirely separate conversation. But what is the plan for these kids as they grow in the...
This one's from Theodore Roosevelt, 1913, Theodore Roosevelt's eugenics policy. Society has no business to society has no business. This is from Theodore Roosevelt's eugenics policy that he endorsed, 1913. Society has no business to permit degenerates to reproduce their kind. It is really extraordinary that our people refuse to apply human beings such elementary knowledge as every successful farmer is obligated to apply his own stock breeding. Any group of farmers who permitted their best stock not to breed and let all the increase come from the worst stock would be treated as fit inmates for an asylum. Yet we fail to understand that such conduct is rational compared to the conduct of a nation which permits unlimited breeding from the worst stock, physically and morally, while it encourages or while it encourages or connives at the cold selfishness or the twisted sentimentality as a result of which the men and women who ought to marry, and if married, have large families, remain celibate or have no children or only have one or two. Someday we will realize that the prime duty, the inescapable duty of the good citizen of the right type is to leave his or her blood behind him in the world, and that we have no business to permit the perpetuation of citizens of the wrong type.
Everyone's all up in arms, and I'm just going to tell you right now, because I'm blunt and I don't really give a shit, both those parents are losers. And I'm not saying that because they're poor. It's 2024. Everyone's freaking poor, okay?
Do you just call these people losers like you're in the 7th grade? I'm sorry. You have to write an apology note. That's very silly.
So we get it. It's hard times. But the thing is, during the hard times, you either make it better or you don't do anything at all and you just stay. And the dad works gigs. Okay, I work gigs. You can make good money from that. But he doesn't. He doesn't put the time and effort. He wants to start a tire shining business, apparently. Come on, okay? You have all these kids in this 1-bedroom apartment. No, get a real freaking job. And then she makes these disgusting posts. She has like some sort of breeding kink.
I really think they're messing with you. Like, it makes me want to kind of mess with you. Like, you guys are so judgmental. Like, you're so judgmental, and your standards are like ever changing and sort of ridiculous and like made up in a way that like every video I've seen is like babies need to be hoisted far from the ground. Babies must be in bunk beds, lifted very. The proper thing to do is to put the baby on the roof. I don't know what's happening. It's very silly. You guys are all very silly. I really hope you find like a more pro-social way to like direct this judgmentalness. Moses. Let's go.
And in one video, she made this post about how like her husband was going to keep like her, and she's holding her baby, and there are other little babies over here in the corner. She has her children's video about her husband raw dogging her.
Honestly, her baby can't read. Her baby cannot read.
The kids have beds because they broke them. Oh shit, what else? Like, they're stuck in this whole house, okay? They have pets. And they can't properly take care of them. I am poor. The more I see this family on TikTok,
My husband and I will 7 kids.
I can't stay quiet about resilient Jenkins. I grew up with my parents.
Okay, let's say a little prayer. This is for anyone who needs it tonight, but also for the Jenkins. From Luke 6:20. Then he looked up and looked up at his disciples and said, "Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are those who are hungry now, for you will be filled. Blessed are those who weep now, for you will laugh. Blessed are you when people hate you, and when they exclude you, revile you, and defame you, on account of the Son of Man. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for surely your reward is great in heaven. For that is what their ancestors did to the prophets." Should we do the second half? Yes. "But woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you who are full now, for you will be hungry. Woe to you who are laughing now, for you will mourn and weep. Woe to you when all speak well. Woe to you when all speak well of you, for that is what their ancestors did to the false prophets." Amen. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thanks for joining us.